We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your
Ahmadiyyah.
skin?
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regret, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of every Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine, you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hate hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of famous fun.
All right. Hello, everyone. Give me just a second. Okay. I am sorry I took so long, you guys. I was having technical difficulties. I don't know what was going on. Okay, so give me just a second to get this video pulled up real quick. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's how we're going to do this. I'm not going to be on here so long because I'm having some type of technical issues. I don't know what exactly is going on. Excuse me, I don't know exactly what is going on. So I want to get through this before anything else arises. Okay, so thanks everyone for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your Daily Vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right, Ahmadiyyah, Sandra is here, Pretty Wings, Bithia, stay woke. All right, love her, 504 Nola. All right, let's get into it. Vince, I am from the UK. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Okay, Root Trackers is here. Above all the drama, all hell nah, Missions Vision, Tawana, love her. Toy Dente, Big Mama is in the house, Laverne. All right, so let's go ahead and get this party started. Definitely not Lisa. Shout out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. Okay, so let's get it popping, beloveds. Let's get it popping. I'm going to share my screen and show you all. Hey, DJ Big Six. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show you all this video. This is the TikTok that I did with some of the updated information. All right. Likes up. Don't forget to like and share. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. This is the latest update on Diddy. So his alleged mule has been arrested, and also Rodney Jones's lawsuit has been amended. Now he's added someone to the lawsuit, and someone else has a declaration in there, and they're supposedly willing to cooperate. Let's get into it. 25-year-old Brendan Paul was named in Jones's lawsuit as the alleged mule for Diddy. Now, he was arrested by Miami-Dade police yesterday at around 4:30 p.m. They were working in conjunction with Homeland Security agents, and they were at the Opa-locka airport where Diddy was on a private jet separate from the rest of his party, and he was sitting there waiting for some of them to show up. Well, Brendan was arrested for having Coca-Cola and grass on his person. Okay, please pay attention. Diddy was supposedly waiting on the rest of his entourage, who had apparently been stopped and were being questioned by agents. Okay, they caught him right in the nick of time because he was about to be up out of here, leaving his sons to hold the bag. He had his entourage with him, but not his own children. Okay, but we shouldn't be surprised because remember, Rodney Jones said in his lawsuit that when Diddy was threatening him, one of the things he said was that if it got in the way of him getting what he wanted, he would take out his own mother. And he said, so what do you think I'll do to you? So yeah, we shouldn't be surprised at all that he threw his own kids under the bus. Now, Jones also listed Cuba Gooding Jr. in the lawsuit as someone who had harassed him and basically said that he groped him on a yacht and all of that, and he thought Diddy was trying to pass him off to him. Well, now he's officially named Cuba Gooding Jr. as a defendant in the case, accusing him of assaulting him. Okay, so please pay attention. Ethiopia Habtemariam, who is the former CEO of Motown and also a friend of Diddy's, who was also named in the lawsuit as a defendant because Rodney Jones said that she was one of the people who was supposed to be, basically enabling Diddy in his nefariousness, and that she was supposed to be making sure there was no underage people at the parties and that no one was having anything slipped through their drinks and all of that. But of course, she didn't do any of it. And in fact, she was also coming to Diddy's home, according to Jones, and she would disappear into the room with him for hours. Okay, the same thing he said about Lucian Grange. But nonetheless, now it looks like she's jumped ship. Because in the amended lawsuit that was done yesterday, it says Declaration of Ethiopia Habtemariam. She says, I have personal knowledge of the facts set forth hereto, which are known by me to be true and correct, and if called upon to testify as a witness, I could and would competently testify thereto. So clearly she's willing to snitch. Okay, yeah, this is all going real wrong real quick for Diddy. Also, I think that Diddy was trying to throw the agents off because he was clearly playing a game of cat and mouse and, trying to send them on a wild goose chase, because TMZ tracked his private jet to the Caribbean, to Antigua yesterday. Now, we know that it landed there and he wasn't on it. Of course, he was in Miami. But prior to that, Sunday and Monday, it was taken off from Sacramento Executive Airport Sunday evening around 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then landed at Palm Springs International Airport about an hour later. After that, it took off from Palm Springs, okay? And then it was about 30 minutes later, around 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, it was in the LA area, and around 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time Monday, the jet took off from Van Nuys Airport and landed at some point in Antigua. So why was this plane constantly on the go? Why was it moving around so much? Well, like I said, likely because Diddy was trying to throw them off his scent. Okay, please pay attention. All right, so there you all have it. That's an update I did. So with that all being said, let's talk about it, because this is all nefarious. And like I said, having some technical difficulties, so I don't want to be on here too long. So I'm going to try to get this information out here quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right, everyone, please like and share. Like and share. Thank you in advance, beloved ads. All right. So one of the things I told you all, hold on, beloveds. Okay, so with that all being said, the lawsuit was amended yesterday, which is very interesting because we all know that yesterday is when everything went down, okay? So Rodney Jones, basically, as I told you, had the lawsuit amended, and now there's a whole declaration in there from Ethiopia, Habitamarium. But didn't I tell you all, in fact, that there was going to be someone who's going to flip, that someone's going to go ahead and snitch, because it's going to be every man for themselves and God for us all, and everybody's going to start getting frantic, and no one wants to go down at the end of the day. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, with that all being said, Ethiopia is clearly jumping ship, but that's not the only thing. So I just wanted you all to see that I have these court documentations, but here's the thing. So we're going to get into it. I'm not going to, like I said, go through the whole thing. I'm going to tell you all some of the most important information that's in there. So basically, Justin Combs was participating in those freak-offs. Okay, that's one thing that's important to note, that he was not only, remember, in the previous filing, it said that Justin was the one that they would use to go out and get the underage girls because he looks young. He's like 30 years old. Okay, that was the allegation. But they say that he actively was participating in the freak-off. So Diddy is a whole scumbag, okay? I want you all to pay attention. He had his children all caught up in this mess. All right? Had his children all caught up in this mess and then just left them there. Okay, he's on this jet with his crew waiting on his entourage to show up, but not his own children. This is all so crazy. Okay, but so here's some of the other stuff that was going on. So remember, Christina Coram. Now, she was the chief of staff for Diddy. Well, basically it says that she had everybody walking around with these Prada bags or these pouches, and then had Rodney said that she had him to carry Coca-Cola and ecstasy. Okay, and that also at one point she sent him a text message about an SEX worker. Okay, and they're saying that they still have the message. So they have proof of the things that they're alleging. Okay, this is all looking real bad for Diddy at the end of the day. Okay, and then the guy, Brendan Paul, the 25-year-old, he was the one that was supposed to acquire and basically distribute the illegal substances. And then Frank Santillo, you remember I told you all about him. That guy is allegedly the one who was carrying the money for the illegal substances, and then who would pay the people. And then Coram, Christina Coram, she was also supposedly negotiating the price for whenever they would get these SEX workers. She would negotiate the price and then take them outside and pay them. So a whole bunch of BS going on. As far as I'm concerned, this is all nefarious. I just want y'all to pay attention, okay? And so Tangi said Diddy literally needs to literally be whooped. Yes, he absolutely does. He absolutely does. But hold on. Let's talk about Mr. Cuba Gooding Jr., who has been added. Now, here's what they say. Sean Diddy Combs' accuser, Lil Rod, adds Cuba Gooding Jr. To the sexual assault lawsuit. Okay, so the music producer who filed a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs last month has officially accused Cuba Gooding Jr. of sexual assault, naming him as a defendant in his complaint amended Monday. Now, the civil lawsuit filed in the New York Federal District Court comes hours after Homeland Security investigations agents raided two of Combs' homes. Jones previously named Cuba in his February lawsuit, accusing the actor of sexually harassing and assaulting him on a yacht rented by Combs in the U.S. Virgin Islands in January 2023. Gooding wasn't listed as a defendant until now. So before he was just telling, what basically the guy did and saying that Diddy was apparently trying to pass him off to his friends, starting with Cuba. Oh, and here's another thing too. It also talked in the amended lawsuit, it also talked about Stevie J. Okay, Stevie J was out there supposedly, allegedly helping to recruit and participating in the FOs, and then says that there's a video of Stevie J and Diddy in the strip club and all of that. Okay, so here's the thing. Remember how I told you guys that supposed adult star, film star, who came out and said that was him in the video? Yeah, I don't believe that was him. I told you all back then that I believe it absolutely was Stevie J because that's who it looked like. And someone could have paid that guy, in my opinion, to come out and say that, or maybe he was clout chasing, who knows? But at the end of the day, that looked like Stevie J. Okay, and how would Diddy have, and here's another thing that I told you. Diddy literally, according to Rodney Jones, told him it was Stevie J. So why would Diddy lie? I mean, because it would be stupid to lie and tell him this is Stevie J when he can look at the footage and see that it's not Stevie J. Because remember, this is someone who admired Stevie. And Diddy supposedly told him, well, even Stevie J does it. He does it too, trying to coerce him into doing so. Okay, so yeah, I absolutely believe that was Stevie J. Okay, please pay attention. I mean, the lies that people are out here telling. So with that all been said, let me continue. Goes on to say that Cuba Gooding Jr. began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, his upper inner thighs near his groin, and the small of his back near his buttocks and his shoulders, according to the lawsuit. Now, the complaint includes a photo of that purportedly shows Cuba Gooding with his arm around Jones. And you all saw that already. Okay, he was just all on that young man. Okay, and says Combs failed to step in and stop Gooding from sexually assaulting Jones. According to the suit, Gooding has faced several lawsuits in recent years over alleged sexual abuse, rape, and forcible touching. Jones's lawsuit has implicated other celebrities, including rapper Young Miami, whose unnamed cousin was accused of sexual assault after she allegedly burst into the bathroom and began groping Jones. Okay, we already know all of that. Okay, so I'm not even going to go through all of this because the main thing I wanted you all to know is that, Cuba's been added as a defendant. Diddy's sex trafficking suit, moguls parties with celebs like Prince Harry, provided legitimacy. Okay, though he is not accused of wrongdoing, the lawsuit also names Prince Harry. I just want y'all to pay attention. I find it all nefarious. Y'all hear this? Now, did Megan know that he was at these parties? Was she there too? I have a whole lot of questions. Okay, and this is how this is what helped the parties to be larger than life, to be more popular and highly influential. Okay, when you can say you have the prince coming to your party, and so this greatly benefited Diddy and his agenda. Please pay attention. Now it goes on to say the lawsuit's other defendants, Universal Music Group and Motown Records affiliation with Combs garnered legitimacy, immense success, and access to top and emerging artists, celebrities, famous athletes, political figures, musicians, and international dignitaries, including Prince Harry. All right? So, and they're saying that the amended lawsuit follows the raid of the two homes. But I was actually thinking that the amended lawsuit came prior to the raid. Okay, I was actually thinking that maybe that amended lawsuit helped steamroll the raid. But they're saying it came after. Okay, so that's what we'll go by. But, sometimes they don't tell all the truth. Now, the homes were reportedly searched by HSI on Monday as part of a federal investigation. Federal officials raided Combs' Los Angeles home Monday, according to Rolling Stone and Los Angeles news station Fox 11, amid lawsuits filed against him from accusers alleging the rapper and music mogul had raped or sexually assaulted them. Agents also searched Combs' Miami residence Monday, according to Rolling Stone. So this is all real messy. And here's the thing. The main thing that Diddy needs to be worried about right now, I want y'all to pay attention, is the fact that Ethiopia happened to marry him is now saying that she's willing to testify, that she can, and she's very competent of being a witness and giving information. Because y'all know she knows where all the bones are buried, right? You know she knows where everything that's transpired, okay? And she was allegedly, according to Rodney Jones, going off in the room with Diddy when she would come by the home to see him. What were they back there doing? Okay? I'm sure there was some pillow talk likely going on too. So she knows a whole lot. Okay, Greta says Diddy's story just keeps on giving. Absolutely. Okay? BMCK says Diddy should have just paid Cassie before she filed the court case, because prior to that, nobody was talking. Yeah, well, everybody's talking now because all this stuff is coming out. Oh, yeah, Desmond says he sold Revolt. Yes, thank you, Desmond, for reminding me, because I have that information too. Okay, this is all crazy. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Here it is right here. Diddy sells off Revolt shares. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention because I told you all yesterday that he had been liquidating his assets ever since 2018. Diddy lets go of Revolt TV, still black-owned mystery buyer. Okay, Diddy's no longer associated with Revolt TV in any form or fashion, the company that he started in 2013, because it's now completely under new ownership, according to TMZ. Sources familiar with the deal tell us that Diddy recently sold off all of his shares to an interested buyer for an undisclosed sum. But we're told that the company remains black-owned, upholding its original connection and dedication to furthering the culture. So it's unclear who exactly Revolt went for, what exactly Revolt went for when it was all said and done. But we're told the new boss wishes to remain anonymous for the time being. With that said, our sources say that they share a deep passion for Black culture, and they plan to publicly make a formal introduction in the coming weeks. Honey, I can't wait to see who this is. This is all nefarious. So as you know, Diddy has been active with the network since stepping down as chairman last November. And his last order of business was being notified of the sale, which we're told just went through last week. We're told it was an amicable deal and everyone's happy. Per our sources, Revolt CEO DeTavio Samuels and Chief Brand Officer Dion Graham will remain in their current positions and assist the owner while the ink dries on the contract. Another thing, we're told that there will be no major changes to staffing or production for Revolt TV employees. Our sources say that over time, the new owner will implement their vision, but that for the time being, things will mostly remain the same as the transition occurs. The one thing everyone's wondering is this news in any way connected to what's been going on with Diddy personally? Okay, on its face, the two things appear to be unrelated, as we're told that this had been getting hammered out well before Diddy's properties were raided on Monday. Despite it all, it's a new day for Revolt, and some new leadership is coming soon. All right, and so like I told you all, no surprise there as far as I'm concerned. Now let's talk about this mule being arrested, or alleged mule, let me say. Brendan Paul, 25 years old. Let me tell y'all something. At the end of the day, if this man actually is Diddy's mule, which I absolutely believe he is, because I believe what Rodney Jones has said, if this man actually is, Queen, they found underwater tunnels on his land, says Love Her. Okay, thank you, beloved. Hold on 1 second. We'll get to that. Now, if this young man, Brendan Paul, is actually Diddy's mule, you already know what's going to happen, right? You all already know what's going to happen. He's going to start singing like a whole mockingbird. That's what's going to happen, okay? That's what's going to happen. He's going to be just like that dude, white boy Rick. Remember him? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hold on, beloveds. Okay, here we go right here. Inside Sean Diddy Combs' $40 million LA home with 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, and an underwater tunnel as property is raided by Homeland Security as part of an SEX trafficking probe. Pay attention, underwater tunnels. Now, much like every other home in the upscale Los Angeles neighborhood of Holmby Hills, extravagance and extreme wealth conforms it to the surrounding area. Now, but the $40 million mansion owned by rapper, producer, and entrepreneur Sean Diddy Combs is currently the focus of rather more than an episode of MTV Cribs. Okay. On Monday, federal Homeland Security investigations agents and other law enforcement descended upon the property as part of an ongoing SEX trafficking investigation. This is all crazy. This is getting all more and more nefarious as the days go by. Okay? Hold on. I'm trying to get rid of these pop-ups. Lights up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance, beloveds. Okay, so Combs, who is facing mounting sexual harassment and rape lawsuits, was nowhere to be seen as agents combed through his homes in Los Angeles and Miami, removing boxes and bags of evidence. Now, let me just tell y'all something about those boxes and bags of evidence. Okay, this is what Candace Owens was trying to say. When she said that they're going to go in there and they're going to be trying to get rid of evidence rather than finding evidence, well, here's the thing. I told you all, they're going to do the exact same thing. I told you all this morning, they're going to do the exact same thing that they did with Jeffrey Epstein. I showed you all the proof of receipts, how they went into Epstein's property and they were leaving out of there with all those boxes of video recordings and all of that. But we never heard anything else about it. Okay? We never saw any of that information. And I also told you all that when I was reporting on the Epstein thing, when they gave us those fake, the fake list. There was nothing more than court documents, okay? Over 900 pages, all right, of court documents, but not a whole list, okay, that everyone was waiting for. And we know why they did that, because these people, they're not going to tell on these people. They're not going to expose it. Remember how I told you that the judge supposedly had 100 names that were sealed, okay, after Epstein was arrested, and then Epstein mysteriously died. Okay, they said he took himself out, but I don't think so. And his brother clearly didn't think so. And they had an independent autopsy done, which said that he was strangled, not hanged. Okay, so I find it all very interesting. And now none of those names have ever been released due to the fact that, according to the 6th Amendment, you have a right to confront your accuser. If your accuser is deceased, well, who's going to confront them? How can you confront them? Well, you can't. So it's the same old soup twice warmed over. So with that all being said, all of those recordings that Diddy allegedly has, because remember, his house was wired with cameras throughout, and Rodney Jones says that he was recording these things that were going on at the parties, and many of these people didn't know that they were being recorded, of course. Okay, did Stevie J know that he was being recorded? Because I absolutely believe that the video recording that Diddy showed to Rodney Jones was absolutely one private recording that he had of Stevie J engaged in something nefarious at his property, allegedly. Okay? So with that all being said, they're not going to tell on people like Lucian Grange. Lucian Grange is very powerful within the music industry. Okay? That's the CEO of Universal Music Group. You think they're going to bring him down? You think they're going to bring down Les Wexner, the one that was allegedly Jeffrey Epstein's lover? All right. They shared accounts and all of that. No, absolutely not. You see, there's always going to have to be someone who takes the blame, just like Jeffrey Epstein took the blame and then turned up deleted. All right. This is how it goes. Okay. La Merville says, Diddy, the most powerful, he's beating this easy. Well, he might, but I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Big Boy says Diddy got Trump money, not R. Kelly money. Well, here's the thing. Diddy doesn't have Trump money right now, honey. Okay. He doesn't have Trump money right now. That's for number one. That's what he doesn't have. All right. And we cannot compare Diddy to Trump because Diddy is a block mon. Okay. At the end of the day, a lot of times these celebrities who have my skin tone, well, they may show on paper that they have all of this money, but do they really have it, or do their handlers have it and give it to them when they want? Okay. They have to answer to their handlers. They have to answer to those above them in the hierarchy. That's how that goes. Okay. That's how that goes at the end of the day. So T. Cope said Trump doesn't have Trump money. Exactly at this point. Okay. So with that all being said, yeah, Diddy is definitely going down. And, you know, the thing is, like I said, no, they're not going to expose these people like Clive Davis, Les Wexner, Ronald Burkle, and others, right? They're not going to do it. Lucian Grange. No, that's not going to happen. And don't forget that Sloan Bella already told us, as I've showed you in the past and also showed you again this morning, just to reiterate, that Diddy is going to be the sacrificial lamb. Okay? He's going to be the one to take the fall because these people are not going to be exposed. That's how that goes. Here's the thing. Do you really think, now they said that there are celebrities in the music industry and the entertainment industry. There's professional athletes. There's politicians. There's all of these people. You think all these, even dignitaries, you think these people are going to be exposed? Even when they mention Prince Harry, they specifically say that there's no proof that he had any wrongdoing. Now, with that all being said, goes on to say, Diddy is facing mounting sexual harassment and lawsuits. He was nowhere in sight or nowhere to be seen as agents combed through his homes in Los Angeles and Miami, removing boxes and bags of evidence. Fans may well have already seen the property's vast interiors and exteriors, with a father of 7 previously sharing regular Instagram posts from the Humbly Hills residence that he purchased in 2014. Now, the interesting thing about me is some people really want Diddy to get off. But why? Diddy, in my opinion, did everything that he's accused of. And even if he didn't, I still think he had a hand in the demise of Tupac Shakur. Okay? So, yeah, I hope Diddy gets everything that he deserves and then some. Now, the European-style villa has about, and here's the thing. Let me say this before I get into all of that. So, Benzino, let me see if I have that. Where Benzino had the nerve to try. See, here's what makes me so annoyed with some of our people. Hold on, let me see if I have that receipt first, because I had it this morning. Not sure if I saved it in my archives. Hold on just a moment. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, I don't have that right there. Hold on, let me see something real quick. I don't remember where I saved it, but I definitely saved it. I don't know where I saved it at, but I'll say this, okay? Because I basically remember the gist of it. So Benzino basically said that it's a shame that when one of our people gets accused of something, said that when one of our people gets accused of something, that our people are the main ones to come out and be excited about it or glad about it. Well, here's the thing. Let me just say this to people who think foolishly like Benzino. You see, if you really care about people who look like you don't care who is the one that's doing the dirt. Okay, because he was like, oh, our people, they're so glad when one of us goes down. Meanwhile, the oppressor is still on our neck. Well, yeah, the oppressor's still on our neck, and the oppressor's going to stay on our neck, okay, until we all come together collectively and unify and act like we have some sense, okay, and stop acting like crabs in the barrel. But until that day, here's what that doesn't mean. Because the oppressor is still on our necks doesn't mean that people amongst us who are doing low down, dirty, nefarious things are supposed to be given a pass. And you know why they're not supposed to be given a pass? Because it's these people like Diddy who allow the oppressors to keep their foot on our necks. How do you not see that? They're the worst. If you remember during the Haitian Revolution, who did they take out first before they took out their oppressors? They took out the people that they called collaborators. We have collaborators. Diddy is one. Okay, we call them raccoons. We call them raccoons, the people who work in unison with the oppressors to bring us down. Let's not forget that Jay-Z and Diddy allegedly snitched when Suge Knight, Irv Gotti, and other black men were trying to start a black distribution company. They went and snitched to Clive Davis and them allegedly. And let's not forget that T-Boz said on the Monique show years ago that Diddy snitched on TLC to Clive Davis when they were coming up there to demand their money. Diddy is a snitch, okay? And as far as I'm concerned, we know what they say about snitches, they get stitches, okay? Diddy's not some concerned citizen who hasn't done anything wrong ever. He's a whole criminal himself. So when he's snitching on other people about something criminal that they may be plotting or planning, well, he's a whole snitch. That's what that's called. All right, and so here's the thing. When Greta said Queen is educating, listen closely, family. Thank you, beloved. So when fools like Benzino is out here saying, oh, we sit up here and we're so glad when one of ours goes down. So you mean to tell me this? If one of our people goes out here and grapes one of your kids, you're not supposed to do anything because the oppressor did the same thing? Make it all make sense, Benzino. At the end of the day, these are the same type of Negroes who back during slavery would go and snitch to massa on the rest of us who were trying to escape. That's the kind they are, okay? That's the kind they are. Mark says, you cannot force us to claim these people. Exactly. Jamal says, I don't trust people who prefer money over loyalty. Exactly. Okay. Greta says, Benzino is a whole clown. Exactly. All right. Exactly. And so with that all being said, Carla said, Benzino is mixed and confused. At the end of the day, I didn't know it was mixed. I just thought it was light-skinned. But nonetheless, RG Titan said Benzetta is one of those house ninjas, not Benzetta. And then Warrior Queen says enablers are the ones that are silent. Yes. So you mean to tell me because Diddy is one of us, we're not supposed to be glad that he's going down when he's done all this dirt? I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how Mace has said that he was robbed of his money. Okay, let's talk about how Diddy has been implicated. He's been accused or alleged to have been involved in the demise of Tupac, as well as the Quad Studio shooting of Tupac, as well as the death of Biggie, okay, and as well as the death of Kim Porter, as well as the death of Erica Kennedy. These are all black people. I just want y'all to pay attention. These people all look like me. So say what? Say who? So we're supposed to let Diddy get a pass. Benzino, please sit down somewhere. You look like a whole fool. You sound like one too. And what you need to be trying to do is trying to fix up your relationship with your daughter rather than worried about those of us who are exposing Diddy. Okay, that's what you should do at the end of the day. Now, so as Gemini called him Ben Zesty. Exactly. Exactly. But let me continue. So goes on to say the European-style villa has about 17,000 square feet of living space, and there's an accompanying 3,000 square foot guest house. Now, the sprawling grounds cover 1 acre and boast a lagoon-style swimming pool with a grotto connected by an underwater swimming tunnel. Now, inside the home, it includes 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a 35-seat theater, and its very own fitness studio. The subject of many posts shared by Combs. Elsewhere, there's a separate spa house with an accompanying steam room, according to TMZ, and a massage room and beauty salon. Diddy has also shared posts of the property's enormous kitchen, complete with the gleaming metallic surfaces and glass-fronted cupboards. A police line was set up around the Los Angeles house where at least 2 men were put in handcuffs following the arrival of Homeland Security on Monday. Armed agents from the Department of Homeland Security entered luxury properties on both east and west coasts of the United States with video footage showing helicopters circling overhead. Now, the agents who were wearing vests gathered in the home's backyard near the pool. Multiple officers were seen carrying bags and boxes of evidence to a van with the assistance from police dogs. Okay, and here's a video of them carrying out all the boxes right here. Just like that video they had of Epstein. Please pay attention. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see that. Greta said, I feel sorry for Diddy's daughters. Yeah, I do too. Absolutely. Especially because they don't have their mother. And it's likely thanks to him, in my opinion. And don't forget what I told you all this morning. Okay, don't forget what I told you all this morning about the transactional crimes or the transnational crimes and why it's very likely it's the reason for Homeland Security investigators to have been the ones leading this whole investigation. Okay, because this is far beyond the United States. Okay, we know that Diddy has been to Turkey. That Turkish DJ turned up deceased who had ties to Diddy. And Gene Deal, his former bodyguard, even said that they used to be waiting outside for Diddy at Turkish bathhouses. Okay, let's not forget that Diddy knows people that he's connected to over in London. All right, and a myriad of other places. So yeah, that's why Homeland Security was involved. Okay, Cyrus says, salute to our original Queen Ahmadiyyah, great content. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. So this is all, like I said, getting real bad, real quick for Diddy. And rightfully so, because he was literally, now I just want you all to pay attention, because Diddy was literally aboard a whole jet about to head to the Bahamas and left his sons here just unaware, likely gave them no warning of what was going down. Likely gave them no warning of what was going down. That's just low down and dirty. Okay? And there was one report that said one of his daughters was somewhere on the scene when all of this took place. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what one of the reports said. Okay, so I find it all interesting. Hold on, let me pull up this other receipt. So here's the thing right here. An eyewitness tells us that Diddy was waiting on other people in his party here, okay, who were stopped and questioned by the feds as well as during this whole ordeal. But we haven't been able to confirm who was rolling with him as of yet. Well, we now know that Brendan Paul was, okay, because he got arrested for having Coca-Cola and grass or weeds, whatever you want to call it. All right? All we know is he and his crew got stopped at Opalaka, where we're told he appeared to be aboard a separate private jet, and that's when Homeland Security rolled up. While it might seem strange that Diddy wasn't cuffed, it actually tracks with what we've heard about this situation thus far. Namely, sources with direct knowledge tell us that he is not under arrest at this point, and more importantly, he's obviously not on the run either. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions, but it would appear law enforcement officials are probing federal crimes that have been alleged against Diddy as of late in several lawsuits, including alleged sex trafficking, all of which Diddy has denied again and again and again. I'm going to tell y'all like this. If all of this stuff that Diddy's accused of is really going on, like the trafficking and all that stuff, which I absolutely think that it is, and I also think that, like I told you, the other people, these powerful, wealthy people that he's got ties to, I think they're all involved in it. Now, I'm saying this is alleged because I can't substantiate this, but allegedly, his connections to the Medici family who owns all those banks, his connections to the alleged connections to the Marcotte family, who's very powerful globally and all of that, allegedly. Well, yeah, I think that those people have something to do with all of this. And I also think that that is another reason why Homeland Security led the investigation. Okay? My aunt Egypt said Diddy has a lot of bodies. Yeah, I absolutely think that he does. I mean, Rodney says that, Rodney Jones, didn't he say that Diddy basically admitted to taking people out? Yeah, April says the Mule was arrested here in Opelika trying to flee. Yeah, Diddy was trying to flee too. He was playing a whole game of cat and mouse, and he was definitely trying to flee. Why was he on their private jet? Okay, they got there in the nick of time. They got there in the nick of time. This is all crazy. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. And so it says, the man who allegedly worked as Diddy Combs' drug mule was arrested in Miami on Monday when federal agents intercepted the famed rapper's private jet. Brendan Paul, age 25, was booked on 2 separate drug charges. Okay, one of suspected Coca-Cola and the other one suspected weed candy. Oh, and speaking of the candy, yeah, that's another thing in the amended lawsuit. It talks about Christina Karam, the chief of staff for Diddy, basically supplying these gummy bears in ecstasy. Okay? Yeah. Supplying Coca-Cola, ecstasy, and gummy bears. And then also, I want you all to pay attention because didn't Sloan Bella, in fact, and I think I played that this morning, I'm not sure, but I definitely played it before. But didn't Sloan Bella say something about him being on drugs? Didn't she say that? You all remember? Okay, so that lady is on point all the time. Please pay attention. Now, in the affidavit, officers claimed that while they were working in conjunction with staffers from Homeland Security and Customs and Border Protection, they came across what appeared to be narcotics. Sean Diddy Combs' alleged drug mule was arrested in Miami on Monday. He was caught when Diddy's private jet was intercepted in Miami. Authorities tested the substances, which turned out to be drugs, and arrested Paul. He was booked, but already has been bailed out of jail. Now, of course, he's been bailed out. They don't want him to start singing like a whole mockingbird, which is what he's going to do anyway. Pay attention, because even though he was bailed out, he's still facing charges. Now, attorneys for Paul and Combs did immediately return requests for comment. Paul was first mentioned in Rodney Jones, aka Lil Rod, in his February lawsuit against Diddy, in which he claimed the music mogul actually assaulted him while working on his 2022 album. Now, Jones claimed that Paul served as Diddy's confidant and frequently carried a firearm on his person. In the lawsuit, Jones further alleged that Paul acquires and distributes guns and drugs for Diddy. And here's a picture of them in what looks like a meeting. The likes up, everyone, please like and share. That's them right there. If you can see Brendan Paul and Diddy. So, says he's been since bailed out of jail. Now, the music producer also claimed that Paul would negotiate the fees that the SEX workers received while working for Combs. Well, of course, Combs has vehemently denied all of this and said it's not true. It's all made up. It's about a money bag, a money grab, and everybody just wants money and all of that. Okay, the Department of Homeland Security raided Combs' LA and Miami homes on Monday in connection with the SEX trafficking. With guns drawn, the agents burst into the multi-hyphenate's house and were seen carrying bags of electronic devices from the mansions. Okay? With that all being said, I don't see how Diddy's going to get out of this. I don't see how he's going to get out of this. And if he does get out of it, that is just going to reiterate my belief that he's a whole Fed, working with the feds. Now, the inquiry was being directed by Homeland Security investigations agents in New York, where he was accused by a former girlfriend in a lawsuit filed in federal court in November of engaging in sex trafficking. Los Angeles-based television stations carried an aerial video footage showing HSI agents and other law enforcement authorities entering an LA mansion on Monday in what those news outlets reported was a raid of Combs' Holmby Hills estate. Diddy is just so ridiculous. Like at the end of the day, when I think about how much he has to lose, how did he not think of how much he had to lose? Let me show you all these pictures because I feel real sorry for his children. I feel real sorry for his children at the end of the day, especially the minors, okay? Especially the minor children. Now, this is him working out on his property. That's him and his daughter, beautiful little girl, his young daughter. Okay, what's going to happen to her? That's him in his kitchen cooking, working out. Okay. He thought he was untouchable, says Love Her. Absolutely. Absolutely. He did think that. And that's where he messed up. You see, he placed himself on the same level as his alleged handlers, as those higher than him in the hierarchy. He thought he was one of them because he'd been allowed to have fame and money. He was a whole billionaire. So he thought he was on their level. And so when he made those threats to Diageo about suing them and calling them out for racism and all that stuff, that is what sealed his fate. Because like I told you previously, there's been allegations about Diddy for decades now. Okay, China Doll says, I feel for the kids, but this is his time. This is his time. He got away with so much evil behavior. But a lot of it is his mom. Hold on. But a lot is in his mom name and kids. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, one of those properties that was raided yesterday, I believe is in his daughter's name. Okay, it's in one of his daughter's names. Curly Girl said, you can never be in a white circle and think you're untouchable. Exactly. And see, here's the thing, beloved. I'm glad you brought that up because the thing is, I don't know how they always make the same mistake, but people like Diddy, they all make the same mistake. They think because they're in these circles with these people that don't look like them and they've been given fame and fortune, they think that they have a pass to be on the same level as them. Okay. And that's why we call it a ninja wake-up call. Because when you realize that you're nowhere near on their level, that no matter how much money and fame and fortune you think you have, they've allowed you to have, that you're still nothing but a ninja to them. Okay? And Candace Owens is a prime example of that. Okay? She thought she was out here just, spewing all this foolish rhetoric and all of that and giving the talking points that racist people would give. At the end of the day, look where she's at now. Okay? With that all being said. So I'm going to wrap this up, you guys, because like I told you, I want to get off of here before any more technical difficulties start to pop up or whatever. Yes, definitely not looking good. And this is what I want you all to pay attention to. Hold on. Do you all remember? Because, they took Diddy's cell phones. Now, I wonder if they had his phones tapped. I wonder if they had his phones tapped. But this is what I want you all to pay attention to. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Y'all remember Biggie's verse in Mo Money, Mo Problems? No info for the DEA. Federal agents mad because I'm flagrant. Tap my cell and the phone in the basements. Ha! I'm talking about art imitating life. Please pay attention. Okay, did anybody else catch that? Did anybody else catch that? Okay. Mr. Jones says they got everybody's phone. They got everybody's phone tapped. Above all that drama. Right. Okay. D Nice About Truth says, hold on, let me put this up. To whom much is given, much is tested. That kind of wealth is a burden. piling on of assets, chasing numbers, be moderate in all things. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, they probably do have all of our phones tapped because definitely when you hear your phone echoing and stuff like that. But what I'm talking about is they're not specifically listening to all of our phones. That's what they're not doing. They're not specifically listening to all of our phones, okay? They're listening to Diddy's. Absolutely, I believe they were. Okay, so with that all being said, they've definitely got the goods on him. But now here's what Aubrey O'Day had to say. Because remember, Aubrey O'Day from Making the Band, remember how she said she stood with Cassie when the first lawsuit came out. Here's what she said since. Aubrey O'Day celebrates Sean Diddy Combs' homes being raided. I bet she is celebrating because I sure am. Okay. The former Danity Kane member shared a headline about Homeland Security swarming the rapper's properties via Instagram stories, saying that what you sow, you shall reap. I pray this emboldens all of his victims, or all of U.S. victims, to finally speak on what we have endured. Yeah. So she's out there celebrating. And then somebody posted a video of Tupac dancing. I think it was that video I Get Around with Digital Underground. I'm not going to play it because the music is playing. But anyway, she said, you reap what you sow. Isn't that the same thing that Kimora Lee Simmons posted when Diddy first got hit with the first lawsuit from Cassie? Now, they say Kane's social media uploads concluded with a video of late Tupac Shakur dancing, calling the Diddy drama too late. Video surfaced Monday of federal law enforcement agents at the Grammy winners' houses with guns drawn and helicopters overhead. Multiple people were being handcuffed, including two men believed to be Diddy's sons, Justin and King. Now, they did say that his sons were detained and released. They say they were, hold on, I'm trying to see something here. They said that his sons were arrested and released. I mean, not arrested, I'm sorry. They were detained and released, okay? Now, they say 50 Cent, who has feuded with Diddy for years, wrote via Instagram that Ish just got real. The Indie Club rapper wrote that the feds and all the cribs, damn, they got the kids in handcuffs. Now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done. They don't come like that unless they got a case. 50 and O'Day similarly criticized Diddy when his ex Cassie sued him in November of 2023 for great physical abuse and more. Yeah, and that's the thing too. That's the thing too. For the people saying that Diddy's going to get off, well, first of all, he hasn't been charged. He hasn't been charged yet. Okay, YouTube Beef says 50 is such a messy queen. Not a queen. Okay, Curly Girl says, well, Diddy won't be singing A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood anymore. Exactly. Okay. And then Jamal said, 50, you next, bro. You connected also. Battle Exit, great presentation, Queen Ahmadiyyah. Thank you, beloved. Okay. I actually think that Jay-Z's next, not 50 Cent. I think that Jay-Z's next. Now, Miss J says the feds are watching podcasts and interviews just like we are and gathering information. Absolutely. Absolutely. For those of you who remember, you were here with me from day one. Those of you who remember this guy who was harassing me and sending me all these crazy emails pretending to be different people, but I knew it was him because every time he was doing so, he was using the same talking points. I think that was a whole federal agent. I think that was a whole federal agent because what he was trying to do was he was trying to find out if I was related to Assata Shakur, Afeni Shakur, and Tupac Shakur. That's what he was trying to do. Why was he worried about that? And he was sending me these emails saying, oh, you and your whole family, you're nothing but terrorists. And then when it was the anniversary of Tupac's death, he sent me a condolence letter. That's the first time he emailed me. Condolences on your family member. Yeah. Okay. So I absolutely think that was a whole agent. But remember, he kept saying at first that he was a retired NYPD officer from 28 years. And then he was taking my videos and saying he was going to send them to the Attorney General, Daniel Cameron, because I kept calling him Coon Moran and all of that stuff. Yeah, I think that was a whole agent. I think that was a whole agent, not just somebody trolling. Okay, Greta said, Queen, it was a whole agent. Absolutely. Because here's the thing. That person only stopped harassing me when I called the FBI. Okay? When I called the FBI and I gave them the information. And that's when they stopped harassing me. Please pay attention. All right, please pay attention. And so, all so crazy. But yes, they absolutely do be watching, honey. Okay? They absolutely do. Because for one thing, they know that some people on these social media platforms have inside information from private sources whom will not be named. Okay, so they know all of this. That Crazy Beach Era said, Queen ain't scared. No, never scared. Okay, never scared. Miss J said, yep, definitely an agent. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Vince I Am said, I remember Detective Piazza. You called him Detective Pizza, right? Yeah, that's what he was calling himself, Detective Piazza. Okay. Greta said they watching this broadcast right now. Of course they are. All right, of course they are, honey. They need to sit down somewhere though. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm about to conclude this broadcast. I'm going to keep you all updated on anything else that transpires as soon as I get the information. Because like I told you all months ago, I'm going to keep my foot on Diddy's neck. Okay? I sure am at the end of the day. And here's the thing. You know, I was actually hoping that Diddy would be exposed in the Keefe D trial, which is supposed to start November the 4th because they pushed it back, as I told you, of having something to do with the demise of Tupac. But I don't think Keefe D is going to say anything, okay? I don't think he's going to say anything because previously, yeah, he was recorded by Detective Katie, and I believe it was, saying that Diddy gave Zip $1 million and all of that. But now he's going back and trying to recant statements and all this and that. And so I don't think he's going to say anything. I don't think he's going to say anything. So Diddy's likely never going to get any sort of consequences for the demise of Tupac. But I don't care if he gets what he gets it for, as long as he gets it. And when he does get his just due, I hope he gets a life sentence. Because in my opinion, that's absolutely what he deserves. I mean, all of these people that turned up deceased around him didn't just mysteriously, or they did mysteriously, but they didn't just drop dead by happenstance, even though the deaths were mysterious. Yes. Okay, let's talk about it again. Andre Harrell, Heavy D, Craig Mack, Erica Kennedy, Kim Porter, Dr. Frank Ryan, Dr. Ed Winter. Remember, Dr. Ed Winter was the first coroner or the first medical examiner who was doing the autopsy on Kim Porter, who said she had toxins in her system. Okay, said that it was problematic. And then he was taken off of the case for no good reason. And then someone else was put on. And then 2 weeks later, they came out and said she died from pneumonia. They didn't say anything about toxins. Okay. But remember, Sloan Bella said that there was toxins, some sort of toxin similar to pencil shavings. You all remember that? Okay. You all remember that? All right. Laverne says, yes, Queen, you said you'll keep your foot on his raggedy neck. Absolutely. Jason said, Diddy, FBI. I believe it. Okay. Love Her said they're going to silence him. I believe that too. I already told you guys that I expect that he will end up like Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. Because for one, I can't see Diddy sitting in jail really, even though I would love for him to get a life sentence. I can't see him sitting in there right next to R. Kelly. I can't see him sitting in there. Okay. With a lengthy sentence, yeah, I don't see him doing that. I think he would take himself out because here's the thing. If you remember when I reported to you about the city college incident that happened in the 90s, well, Gene Deal and Fat Joe both said that Diddy was thinking about taking himself out. Now, Fat Joe didn't say specifically that it was Diddy, but we all know from the conversation, I showed you all the video, we already could assume who he was talking about. And Gene Deal did say that it was Diddy. He was thinking about taking himself out for that. Now, all of this stuff that he's been called out on, all of these allegations that he's facing, yeah, I absolutely think that he would take himself out. And even if he didn't, I think those people that are above him, the people that don't want to be exposed, the people who work in concert and unison, and coercion with him, right? Or not coercion, but concert in unison. Yeah, I absolutely think that those people would have something to do to him. I told y'all, I think it's going to end up like Epstein. Not saying that I hope he does, but not that I'll shed a tear. But yeah, I think that's what could happen. Okay, so with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. Queen is definitely correct. Diddy is the next Jeffrey Epstein. Absolutely, beloved, okay? Laverne said Diddy was dealing with some real big boys. All Hell No says they need to be together. We need some bops. Today's music is trashola. Okay, so with that all being said, I bet you Diddy's going to disappear like swordfish, says Jamal. Not like swordfish. At the end of the day, they should have revoked his passport. They should have confiscated Diddy's passport. If they haven't, that's crazy to me because he was on that boat. Not that boat. He was on that jet yesterday about to head to the Bahamas. Okay? He's been liquidating assets. All right? He's been doing all sorts of shady things that would lead us to believe that he's going to flee if given the chance. So absolutely, his passport should be confiscated as far as I'm concerned. Greta said, wonderful broadcast, Queen, drop knowledge. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so with that all being said, Darius, I appreciate you too, beloved. Okay, so with that all being said, everyone enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. And don't forget to also follow me on Instagram at Dr. A. Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A. Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right. I love you all to life. Until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.
Yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now.
That's
See
right.
a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy.
Real slick.
I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
Let me say this before I roll up out of here. I saw somebody put in the chat that you don't need a passport on a private jet. No, you don't. But what you do need is a passport to enter the country that you're going to, whether you arrive on a private jet or not. You still need a passport, beloved. Okay, that's how that goes. Don't act like the queen doesn't know what she's talking about. All right, please pay attention. All right, deuces.